Bella, are you there? I'm really shocked and I really need your help right now. I don't know if I can handle this alone. Yes, what's bothering you, Alyssa? I'm willing to assist you in any way possible. That's what friends are for, right? I know that I can always count on you, Bella. I'm so grateful to have found a true friend like you. So what is your concern? Do you feel comfortable to share it with me? Whatever your problem is, I'm always willing to support you all the way. Well, what I'm about to say may sound crazy, and you may think that I'm paranoid, but yesterday, when I was doing the laundry, I found a brownish strand of hair on my husband's shirt. My husband and I both have blonde hair, so it must come from another person. I don't know, Bella, but I have a hunch that John is hiding something from me. He may be having an affair with another woman. Gosh, you need to relax, Alyssa. It's just simply a strand of hair. Honestly, it could have been anyone else's hair. It might come from the hairdresser, maybe. Or even John's clients. I mean, he's a property consultant, so it's not uncommon for him to meet new people every day and maybe greet them with some business hugs. I know, Bella. Initially, I also thought the same thing as you. But when I reflect on the whole situation, I noticed that John has been behaving abnormally recently. He comes home later than usual. He skips dinner every now and again. He goes on business trips more often. When I contacted John's co-workers, I even found out he lied about his work hours. Alyssa, think more rationally. It's just the nature of his job, you know? Being a property consultant means that you have to travel frequently, meet up with different people, or have dinner with them to further discuss their business. I mean, his job doesn't have a fixed working time, so there's a high chance that even John's colleagues can't keep track of his schedules. Well, you do have a point in what you're saying, but I still feel that something is not right about John. It's difficult to express in words, but I don't really know. I just rely on the instinct of a married woman. Come on now, Alyssa. You can't accuse John of cheating on you simply based on something rather vague like your instinct. You need proof. Like, material proof. I know, but you're my best friend. You gotta trust me. I can tell for a fact that John is not himself anymore, especially if you compare him now to what he was like when we first got married. Alyssa, need I remind you that 10 years have passed since your wedding? Of course John has to change, and so are you. I know he's changed, but not that kind of change. I feel like he's been cold to me, and he doesn't take good care of me like he used to. When I talk about how my day was like our kids' achievements at school, it seems like he just tuned out and didn't pay the slightest attention. Sometimes I even caught him smiling to himself when he read something on his phone. I'm well aware that you're feeling insecure and confused right now. Nevertheless, I don't think it's a good idea to come to a conclusion so quickly. Once you tell him what's going on in your mind, he will definitely get angry, which only leads to meaningless fights and arguments. On this account, the best advice I can give you right now is just to lie and wait. So you're just gonna expect me to do nothing about it? I can't stand being treated like an idiot anymore. Just hear me out, okay? Your job is to pretend that nothing has happened and fulfill your duty as a wife like you always do. As for me, I'll help you keep an eye on John. If I find out anything suspicious about his activities, I pick up my phone and inform you immediately. Bella, are you seriously gonna do this for me? Well, yeah, what did I tell you? A friend in need is a friend indeed. I can't leave you all by yourself in times like this. I got your back, Alyssa. Don't you worry about a thing. Bella, I'm really lost for words right now. You're such an angel to me. I honestly don't know what I can do to repay you for your kindness and eagerness in helping me. Repay me? Don't be so formal. I've always considered you as my sister since the first day we met, and I still do. Nonetheless, I seriously don't think that your husband is guilty of infidelity. I mean, he still gives you the same amount of allowance every month, right? Well, not the same amount. Recently, he gives me even more than he used to. As of now, I receive $6,000 from him every month to take care of the daily expenses. There you go. See? If he actually had an affair, he would spend all of his money to keep his mistress well supplied. I tell you, he won't be left with a single penny, let alone $6,000 every month. Well, I guess your reasons can be trusted. But still, please help me keep track of John's activities whenever you can. I will also pull on my weight and try to find some more convincing evidence. Just leave it all to me. Everything's gonna be just fine, I promise. Thank you, Bella. You're the best friend I've ever had. Bella, have you found any valuable proof of my husband's secret affair? Not yet, Alyssa. I've been spying on him for a week now and I haven't noticed anything strange at all. I spied on him whenever he leaves his workplace. I stalked his social media. I even bribed his coworkers so they can provide us with useful information. So far, none of my efforts actually paid off. Oh, really, Bella? Did you do all of this for me? Should I bow down and express my gratitude? Nice joke, Alyssa. But why did you say that? I really don't get what you mean. What I meant to say was, you're a shameless betrayer. You knew all along that my husband was cheating on me, but you helped him conceal it. What are you talking about, Alyssa? I have nothing to do with John having an affair behind your back. Please don't misunderstand me. Misunderstand? No, there's nothing called misunderstanding here. All I know is that my ears never betray me, and from what I overheard, you were colluding with John to deceive me. This is all just a big lie that you and John made up, and I'm just a puppet between being tossed back and forth. Alyssa, darling, I think you're not thinking straight right now. If you just take a moment to calm down, clear your mind, and tell me what exactly you meant by what you said earlier. Oh, sure. Let me make it very clear to you. The other day, my husband and I were having dinner together. Suddenly, a message was sent to his phone and his countenance changed as he read it. After that, my husband said that he needed to go into the restroom. Noticing that something was off, I decided to follow my instinct and tailed him. To my surprise, he wasn't talking with his mistress, but with you. With me? How can you be so sure of it? Well, based on what I heard, he mentioned your name and he said thank you for warning him about my suspicion. He even had the nerve to laugh and insult me, saying that I was dumb to blindly believe everything he told me. Why were you lying to me this whole time? I haven't done anything bad to offend you. I even see you as my best friend. So, you already figured it out, huh? Hey, listen, Alyssa. I know it was wrong of me to keep it a secret from you. It's just, I seriously don't have a clue how to reveal the truth without hurting your feelings. From the bottom of my heart, I swear, all I ever wanted was just to keep you safe. Keep me safe? All you were doing was destroying my marriage and making me become nothing but a fool. Hey, I wasn't the one to blame for your marital conflict. It's your own husband and his promiscuity, remember? Look, I admit that I didn't inform you about your husband's secret affair right when I found out about it because I wanted to keep you safe. But as soon as I got to hear about your doubts and fears, I've already made up a plan in my mind to help you regain justice. What plan? Explain it. Easy, Alyssa. We're on the same boat, remember? Look, my plan is to play dumb and make John believe that I'm still on his side. After that, I'll find a way to approach him, wait for the right moment to try to catch him off guard, and take some pictures or even videos of him alongside with his mistress. So far, I haven't made any significant progress yet. It's because John has a whole bag of tricks that he can use to cover his sin. So, how did you find out about his secret lover? Well, I accidentally saw him behaving intimately with his mistress only one time when they got out of the car and headed to a hotel. They were wearing glasses and dressed very discreetly. It took me a while to actually realize it was John. Since then, your husband was very careful not to repeat the same mistake as he did. What? Hotel? This is way beyond my endurance. I'm gonna call John and make him clear things out. Alyssa, listen to me. Don't let your anger take its toll on you, okay? I was so close to getting my hands on compelling evidence that would make John dumbfounded and have nothing else to say other than admit his wrongdoing. So just be patient, Alyssa. I got your back. I don't know, Bella. The fact that you helped John to conceal his infidelity has tarnished my trust for you. Look, I'm aware of my improper act and I promise to fix everything to redeem myself. So just please give me a chance, Alyssa. We're in this together. You have my word. Fine. I'll give you one last chance for the sake of our long-term friendship. Just don't ever hide anything from me. Ever again. Hey, Alyssa. Guess what? I have great news to tell you. What is it, Bella? Did you find any useful evidence to accuse my husband of his cheating? You bet I did. It wasn't easy though, but it's definitely it. Well, what are you waiting for? Send it to me right away. I can't wait to finally throw off John's mask from his deceitful and hypocritical face. About that, Alyssa, I don't know how to put it, but it took me quite some time and money to get these valuable pictures. So I was wondering, maybe my enormous effort should also be well compensated with a suitable reward. Just saying. And I think you got the picture, right? What do you mean with reward? What exactly do you want out of this? I thought you were helping me on behalf of our friendship. Wait, are you asking for money? Well, I did lend you a hand out of good intentions. To be honest, if I didn't consider you my best friend, I would have gone for a higher price. Anyways, let me get straight to the point. Just give me $50,000 and you'll receive the evidence right away. Oh, I'm granted a discount thanks to being your friend? Should I be grateful about it and send you flowers to express my gratitude? Obviously, you clearly don't have any sense of shame, do you? Alyssa, don't be so harsh on me. I promised to help you, and I did. What more do you have to complain about? Why didn't you state it in the beginning that you wanted money in exchange for the good deed you blessed me with? Well, I didn't plan to ask you for money at all. It's just that I had to pay some unexpected fees, that's all. What kind of fees add up to $50,000? Do you think I'm a joke to you? Do you think I'm stupid or what? Hey, don't raise your voice at me when you're the one who's owing me a big favor. Didn't I tell you? I had to bribe John's colleagues and hire a trusted private detective to follow him. You know how expensive detective services can get these days, right? But I didn't ask you to resort to a private detective. We didn't say or agree on anything like that. I know, but how are you gonna solve the case if you didn't find yourself a private detective? I don't know, but at least before deciding to take any measures, you gotta tell me about it firsthand. Instead, you just took me by surprise and asked me for a large amount of money out of nowhere. On the other hand, if I got to know your intention was to hire a private detective, I would have hired him myself. I know, but can't you just consider it a little extra to cover my expenses? I mean, you can't ask me to pay such a ridiculously large sum of money like that. After all, it's your business to deal with your own husband. I just happened to accidentally get involved and decided to help you out because you're my bestie. If I were to discover your evil intention in the first place, I would have been strongly against it. Don't you even dare talk about our friendship or anything like that. It disgusts me a whole lot. Alyssa, you gotta trust me. I did what I did out of my concerns and care for your own good. Plus, I also have another thing to confess. It's about my mother. What's wrong with your mother? Well, she suddenly seriously fell ill. And you know, with my current financial situation, how can I provide her with proper medical treatment? This leaves me no choice but to ask you for money. Really? Your mom fell ill? Why didn't you tell me about your mom's medical problem in the first place? If I got hold of that information before, I would be more than glad to help you out. However, I suggest we should meet up in a discreet location to avoid raising any unnecessary suspicion from John's side. Are you happy with the evidence that I gave you? Bella, how dare you give me a blank USB drive? Didn't we seal our deal? I transfer $50,000 to your bank account as promised, and in exchange, you'll give me the full evidence of my husband's infidelity? And why should I ever do that? Honestly, your $50,000 is nothing compared to what John's been giving me for the last 1 year to hush up his scandal. Your husband is so generous. I bet he could make over several dozen $1,000s a month without breaking a sweat, right? What? So you've been playing on both sides all along? You got it correct. Now, if you excuse me, I have some money to spend. So long, naive Alyssa. It was fun playing the game of cat and mouse with you, but I already got tired of it. Plus, now that I got what I aimed for in the beginning, the only thing left for me is to come up with great ideas on how to spend my money wisely. Don't you think? You greedy and shameless broad. How could you come up with such a twisted scheme to deceive your own friend? Friend? I have no friends. Money is my one and only companion. The only thing that maintains our friendship all those years is your well-off husband. If I had to speak the truth, the thought of hitting on your husband did come across my mind a few times though. Imagine if my husband were wealthy as John. I would be living a life showered with money and luxury gifts. You're truly disgusting. Greed has consumed you and your soul. I can't believe that I once considered a scoundrel like you my friend. I even praised your willingness to provide me assistance without thinking twice. Yeah, that one made me laugh the most. In fact, my stomach still hurts from laughing when I think about it. No wonder why you were so eager to help me search for evidence. It was a not-to-be-missed opportunity for you to roll out your evil scheme. And that thing about your mom falling ill was also a deception, correct? Yeah. How can it be true? My mom is still well and alive, thank you. Well, you could only blame yourself for not checking with my mom firsthand. If you did, you would have avoided my trap easily. And what makes you so confident that I fell into your trap? Well, you sent the money, right? Technically, you've already lost that money, haven't you? I lost the money? Bella, if I were you right now, I wouldn't be so sure. Have you checked your mailbox today? You might find something interesting in there, like a summon letter from the police perhaps. What? Why does the police have anything to do with me? Don't try to threaten me, cause it ain't working. Look, let me break it to you once and for all. On the day we were exchanging money and evidence, I surreptitiously carried a mini tape recorder in my pocket to record our conversation. Correct me if I'm wrong, you even threatened to distribute the evidence of my husband's unfaithfulness on the internet to ruin both John's and my reputation if I didn't give you the requested money. Our recorded conversation, in conjunction with the amount I transferred to your bank, are more than enough to start a lawsuit against you for the crime of extortion. Extortion? You're crazy! I don't buy anything you said at all, so don't waste your time to scare me. Well, you'll be hearing from the court soon enough, so I don't even bother wasting my breath explaining everything to you. Prepare to defend yourself with some logical explanations and excuses in trial. You can't do this to me! I'm your one and only best friend! Please withdraw your claim and tell the police that what happened between us is nothing but a misunderstanding. We can be friends, right? I mean, I did keep my promise and helped you find the evidence. Friend, being my friend is a luxury that despicable people like you don't deserve. I've had enough betrayal from my husband, so I don't need to have another traitor like you exist in my world. Now please just do me a favor and disappear from my life, traitor! Eventually, Bella had to face the consequence of her wrongdoing. Not only was she forced to repay me $50,000, she also received a prison sentence of 6 months. Nonetheless, that alone wasn't the most severe punishment that Bella had to endure. After she got out of jail, she also found out the harsh truth about her husband having an extramarital affair. Well, I guess now she can actually feel what I was going through when I first knew about my John's infidelity. Determined to expose my husband's secret affair, I tracked him down all the way to his hideout with his mistress and caught them red-handed. Finally, John had to admit his guilt, saying that he had been cheating on me for 2 years now. Although I couldn't refrain myself from shedding some tears, I already anticipated what the outcome would look like. After our divorce, me and John both maintained joint custody of our children. Getting to know John was betraying me for 2 years is hard to swallow, and it made me doubt my self-value. Nevertheless, that harsh truth also motivated me to regain control over my own life by making my way back to the labor market and rebuilding my career path. I also learned how to trust my instincts more, to rely on myself instead of anyone else to resolve my own problems. In the end, we're our own heroes, the survivors of our own paths, and it's up to us to shape our life the way we want it to be.